sock's got a hole in it. How unfortunate. Okay. Back at it again, I see. It's quite hot today, and I don't want the window open because I don't like people outside hearing me record videos. I would put the fan on, but you won't be able to hear me otherwise. Okay, let's call this like a life update video or something, perhaps. I don't know. I don't really know. Something like that, probably. We'll see. Yeah, I don't really know what to call this. I had the idea of, let's just try doing a video where I just say what's up with me at the moment. Just talk about myself. That's about it, really. I don't know. Maybe somebody will enjoy hearing about what's going on right now with me. I don't know. Like, there is a whole lot, to be honest. Yeah, we'll just try and see how this goes. So yeah, where are we at? Now, let's see. Where should we start? Okay, so from the time of recording, I've currently been off college for a couple of weeks. I finished up my second year of that just last month. So yeah, I got the whole paperwork process thing going on for the next year's worth of stuff. That's going to be something a little bit different, actually. It's kind of like the university side of the college, but it's not quite. It's like a sort of in-between kind of thing, but yeah, we'll just see how that goes. Hopefully that'll go well. It's shaping up to be a bit expensive, mind you, so hopefully we can get through that. So yeah, we got that, so I'm basically on the whole summer holiday thing now. One thing I do like about college is the summer holidays are longer, because you usually got about 6 weeks or so, give or take, back in school, whereas in college, I finished near the end of last month. I've basically got like nearly 3 months off now, so that's good. Rather than a month and a half, I've got about 2.5 months. Basically got a whole extra month now to myself. Yeah, so yeah. What I'm trying to do is, because my mum and my sister are going to be off either next week or the week after, so that means the house is going to be a bit crowded, and I don't like to record videos when people are around because it's just awkward. So basically this week, this is on a Monday I'm recording this week I am trying to whiz through and get as many videos as I can get recorded as possible in this week. So I've got, yeah, just videos to put out without having to worry about waiting to have time to record them by myself. I don't know. That makes sense? I'm sure it does. So yeah, another perk of that is I can work on the Doctor Who fan series almost exclusively over the summer holiday as well, because don't tell my manager, but I'm a little bit behind with it. I should be a lot further ahead with it than I am at the moment. But yeah, hopefully come the end of the summer holidays I'll have that almost done, ready to go. Also filming the second series as well. Currently I've been doing that for about a month or so now. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. That's pretty much the current state of things. So yeah, don't worry, there should hopefully be some videos coming out over the next couple of months, even if they are all pre-recorded in advance. I mean, I've basically just got a to-do list for this entire week right here. Otherwise, I made this, otherwise I would not get anything done whatsoever. So that is why that is there. That's why I've got that. So yeah, that's pretty much the current state of things. What else? I don't know. Why do I have? I don't know why I have a sonic screwdriver out on my bedside box thing. I really don't know why. I just like sonic screwdrivers. Doctor Who fanboy. Okay. Another thing that I've got noted down here for some reason is sexuality. I don't know why I've got that written down. Okay. This is a bit of an awkward one. Basically, fucking hell, it's been a year. Since about summertime, about this time last year I think it is, I pretty much decided that I was asexual. Still stand by that, even if I'm not really open about it like at all, outside of Reddit pretty much. But yeah, I still stand by that. I don't like making a big fuss about that sort of thing, that's why I don't mention it at all. I've mentioned it like twice in the past and that's it pretty much. But yeah, that's that. I'm still sticking by that. I think that actually works quite well for me, so yeah, I'm sticking by that from now on, I think. Oh yeah, that does kind of tie in with another problem I have as well. Saying I'm asexual, also don't really fancy having kids at all, gonna be honest. I really don't fancy doing the usual. This kind of ties into the last talking video where I said about like being alone. Obviously it doesn't bode well. I don't really like the idea of doing the usual cliched human thing of going off, getting married and having kids. Don't really fancy doing either of those things, quite frankly. Honestly, cannot see myself doing that sort of thing. And, I know what I want, and it's that. But problem is, there's kind of that family pressure to carry on the name as well, which I don't know, I've got a bit of a problem with figuring out that. I don't know, we'll just see how that goes, honestly, because, I don't know. We'll see what I can figure out for that. But yeah, sure you don't want to hear about all of my problems. Anyway, let's go on to something a bit different next, shall we? Another thing that I'm kind of concerned about with myself is I have no idea what I want to do in the future either, like specifically at least. I've been doing 2 years of media studies at college, and I've been doing quite a lot of that sort of thing this last decade or so, I'd say, roundabout, nearly. About 8 years, I think, since I first started doing this sort of filmmaking stuff. Bloody hell. Yeah, even though I've done all that media, I definitely want to try and get some kind of media-related job, preferably like film, TV style stuff, because I just really like the idea of that. Trouble is, I don't really know specifically what... Should I be looking at the camera or looking at my notes, because it's really confusing. I tend to just dart around a lot, by the way. So yeah, I'm really not too sure specifically what I want to do related to media, even though I do like the idea of being in that sort of industry. Can't make eye contact with real people very well, and I can't do it with a camera. It's just... I'm autistic, so not complaining, alright? I have an excuse. So yeah, like I say, I'm still not too sure exactly what I want to do specifically, even though I'm quite adamant. Is that the word? Adamant? I don't know. Even though I'm quite adamant about doing stuff in the media-related industries. I don't know. To be fair, people in media industries, they rarely ever stick to one specific job anyway. Just look at most people that work in film and TV. Most of them are writers, actors, directors, producer. There's a lot of overlap. A lot of people have done all of those jobs. Just look at John Nathan Turner, the guy that was in charge of Doctor Who throughout the whole of the 1980s. He started out as a vision supervisor or something in the 70s on the show, and then he went on to be the showrunner for 10 years. So yeah, a little bit of random obscure information that I'm sure nobody actually cares about, and just makes me come across as a complete Doctor Who obsessed nerd even more than before. But yeah, you see what I mean. So you don't really have to, to go into media, you don't really specifically have to have your sights set on one job in particular for your entire career. You can be a lot of things. Okay, I think I would like to take a good stab at doing writing and acting, even if I'm not that good at it. I can still have a go, can't I? And if I find out that I'm not that good in one of them, I can just drop it and do something else. Maybe I'll do something with the technical side of things. I don't really know. But yeah, not really being too sure about what I want to do in the future isn't too much of a problem given what industries I'm trying to get into. But it is still a bit of a nitpick that my brain keeps having with itself. But yeah, I'll probably figure something else out for that as well. Yeah, moving on. Something a bit more light-hearted, shall we say. What kind of music have I been getting into recently? It's not really a topic that gets brought up very often on this channel, is it? Apart from last year when I did all those Breaking Benjamin album reviews. That was certainly an era in the channel, that's for sure. Yeah, if anyone ever meets me in real life, I'm really not open about my musical tastes. Mainly because everyone else around me is completely wrong in what they like, and I completely disagree with everything they ever say. And so I don't like to share my thoughts, because they'll probably retaliate the same way I usually do, even though the only reason I hate everything that everyone around me hates is because everyone's hated everything that I liked back in primary school when I was a young kid, so that's probably why I'm like this now. I don't know, I'm a psychologist, but that's kind of the connection I'm making with this thing. Yeah, I've lost my train of thought now after that quick little rant. That little rant can be a whole video just in itself, quite frankly, if I can, find the time. So yeah, I guess we need some more stuff to put in this video, so let's talk music, shall we, for a couple minutes. So yeah, I think since I only really started listening to music properly in around about 2015, that's when I came across Breaking Benjamin, who, if you watched any of my videos from well, the majority of 2018, you'll probably just hear me constantly badger on about how amazing they are and that they're my favourite band of all time. I still stand by all that, but I realise that a lot of people don't like me mentioning them every 5 seconds, so I've tried to tone that down. I actually think this might be like the first time I've ever mentioned Breaking Benjamin on my channel in 2019. I don't know. But yeah, they're still amazing, still love them. There is another band called Nine Shrines, however, that are fairly new, that I think back in April, May, June. I think it was back in April now they released their first proper full album, Retribution Therapy, and I fucking love it, honestly. I think it's the best thing that's come out since Breaking Benjamin's Ember album from last year. It's just amazing. Love it. And for a new band as well that's barely even that well known, you know, for a band that's that small, they are fucking fantastic, honestly. Check them out if you're into sort of hard rock metal kind of stuff. Honestly, they are the best. Well, they're not the best, Breaking Benjamin's the best, but these guys are, I'd say, probably quite easily a close second. I just love how heavy the whole thing is, and I like heavy stuff, by the way. Tell you what, here's a quick snippet. The neighbours are going to hate me for this, but here we go. And I'll probably get copyrighted, but I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, anyway, before I get angry neighbours knocking on the door, I'll stop that there. I don't even know they're home, who cares? But yeah, that's just a quick little insight into what I tend to listen to. I fall asleep to this shit. Jake, you're laughing at your own joke. Why not, Jake? You're the only one that's ever going to laugh at them anyway. Good point. I need help. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been having on non-stop for the last 2.5 months, coming up 3 months now. 26th of April. Yeah, about nearly 3 months probably. So yeah, a little bit of insight into that. I just love how heavy that album is, honestly. It's called Retribution Therapy by Nine Shrines if you want to look them up. But yeah, to say Breaking Benjamin is still my favourite out of the lot though. But yeah, yeah, what else do we have to talk about? I don't know. The Doctor Who fan series is coming along alright. That's, considering I've been working on that since early 2015, that's been pretty much my whole life for the last 4.5 years by this point. God, it's been that long already. So yeah, that's the whole reason I started YouTube actually. If you watched my why I started YouTube video, then you might remember that came out a few months ago on my channel. So yeah, that series has come along alright. I've filmed the whole lot, apart from a few model shots which need to be done, which I'll make sure they're all done in time. I've currently got 4 episodes completed editing. 3 of which are actually uploaded on the Doctor Who channel now. They're private at the moment. I'll publish them and make them public when I get to the release date that I'm going to decide later on in the year. But yeah, I am actually, you know, getting on with that for once, contrary to popular belief. I've got episode 5 is pretty much finished as well, actually. I just need to wait until I've finished episode 6, which is the one I'm currently editing, so I can have a little trailer at the end of episode 5 for episode 6, and then the end credits, and then I just have to stitch all that together into a video clip, and then that one will be finished. So yeah, I've pretty much got 5 episodes done already, barring the last little section of episode 5. And yeah, episode 6 is coming along right. It's been a very tricky one because I need a giant snake. Not to do too much spoilers here, if anyone's actually bothering with this section of the video anyway. But yeah, for episode 6 of the Doctor Who series, I needed a giant snake, and I could not figure out, for the last couple of years I've been trying to figure out how to do this. At first I was going to do like a model shot, like a puppet sort of thing, but I just couldn't, because it needs to be done on green screen and then like blown up a lot bigger in the edit, so it's like 8 foot tall or some crap, I don't know. And has to actually like swing around and attack the characters and whatnot in this like mini warehouse sort of thing. But yeah, I couldn't figure out how to do that for a long time, so what I did was, well, I mean, I couldn't figure out how to do it model like a puppet sort of thing on green screen. I couldn't I can't use string because you're bound to see it. I can't use green string because it would key out where it's like, you know, like wrapped around the actual snake itself, so there'd be gaps. And then I tried making like a hand puppet, that looks kind of wrong, sorry. I tried making like a sock puppet thing to put like over my whole arm and decorate, but I just couldn't figure out how to bloody do that well either. So yeah, that was a no-no. And then I thought, you know what, bugger it, let's make a full snake costume. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I got a latex snake mask off eBay, and I'm going to have like a brown blanket just wrap around. I'm basically making myself like a full snake costume, and I'm just going to stand on green screen with it and do all the actions and movements that way. So hopefully we'll see how that goes, and hopefully episode 6 will be finished shortly. I can move on to episode 7. For anyone that's still watching this video and is interested in the fan series over on my Doctor Who channel, link in description for that. What I'm aiming for is a September 14th release for episode 1. Now, about a week or two before that, there should be a little 5-minute mini-episode that's like a little prequel to episode 1. I basically count it as part of episode 1, but yeah. I'm really hoping I can reach that deadline. It is looking a bit tricky at the moment, actually, because I've only got about a third of episode 6 currently edited, and it's already like a quarter of the way through July when I'm recording this. But yeah, so yeah, September 14th release does seem kind of a challenge. Yeah, the reason I put it September the 14th is, well, that is the absolute latest I can release episode 1, because there are 13 episodes, 1 a week, so it'll be 13 weeks, and then there's a Christmas special I want to put out on Christmas Day as well, if possible. If not, it'll be Christmas Eve or Boxing Day, sometime around Christmas anyway. But I wanted, so that'll be like episode 14, but I wanted to be, you know, at least like a 2-week gap between episode 13 and the Christmas special, because, I don't know, it's just what I wanted. So yeah, I basically did the maths, and September the 14th being the latest release of episode 1, that will give me, by the time we've gone through all 13 main episodes, that will give me about, I think, what was it, about a week and a half, 2 weeks nearly, between episode 13 and the Christmas special. So yeah, I've basically just got a lot of shit going on for me right now. Yeah, so that's about it for that. It's coming along alright, the fan series, if any Doctor Who channel fans are here watching this as well. So yeah, hopefully that will be something that I can get done on time. Yeah. And yeah, like I said, I've been filming Series 2 for about a month now as well, so that's coming along alright. It's basically just all hands on deck trying to get this dream project of mine finished on time. So yeah, that's pretty much just some stuff about me currently. I don't know if any of this was interesting. This probably ended up being like a 25-minute video by this point. Sorry about that. I think that's pretty much everything. You know, I still feel like I've given myself way too much stuff to do over these last 4 years as well. I mean, it originally started out as the Doctor Who fan series, and then it ended up being a YouTube channel, and then it ended up being college work, and then it ended up being 4 channels, 3 of which have frequently uploaded content. I feel like I've given myself a lot of work to do here, so that's one of the main reasons why I've gone to uploading just, you know, about once a week or so, whenever I can manage it, really. Just hopefully you'll be able to bear with me, and I'll keep doing what I can. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it, I think. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video, which probably won't be another talking video. I try and alternate between these sort of talking, relaxed videos and whatever else, you know. I'm not sure what's going to be up next. We'll just see. It might be another one of these, I don't know. Who knows? Even I don't know yet. I haven't even planned it. Well, that's all. See ya, I don't know why I salute. See you in the next video. Bye!